How's it going? So we're gonna be doing a... I'll just show you how we're doing it. I have a question, which is, does the stock market always fall or rise from 31st to the 1st of January? Because, for example, let's say if there was some kind of conspiracy among the wealthy and they wanted to manipulate the interest rate, well, manipulate the results of the stock market, we would want to have the stock market at the highest on the 31st and the lowest on the 1st, because this is artificially going to inflate results. Because if you think, most of the stocks that are presented to you are year-on-year basis. So if the year starts with the lowest value of the stock and ends at the highest possible value, it will artificially inflate the results a little bit, right? So we want to test the hypothesis if that is correct. Well, assumption, we want to see whether that is correct or not, right? So, well, I'm gonna do it with you so you get an example of how to do that stuff, you know. So, okay, so again, we're gonna make a copy. We probably want to move this to 1 sec. Okay, so I moved it into my decision maker tool. So now what we do is we make a copy, basically. Copy. You see it automatically goes into mini research, right? So we test, okay, does the stock market at the highest on 31st and lowest on the 1st. Okay, so we make a copy. That's our hypothesis. Methodology, we're gonna research. We're gonna use investing.com data to see if it's true or not, and then research secondary sources, which is, we're gonna do some googling around to see if somebody came up with it. So the first one is primary, the second one is secondary. As you remember that the primary is you do the experiment, and secondary you say you get opinion, right? So primary is this one, secondary is this one, right? Okay. So we need to go to investing.com, which is here. I already done it. Right, so we're going to be analyzing roughly Q. I don't have a lot of faith that this hypothesis is true, so we're going to do a quick one, which is QQQ. It's a standard index, and we're going to analyze roughly for 4 years, right? If we are on some kind of a trend, I will do more in-depth analysis, but I doubt there's going to be any correlation between end of the year and start of the year, because again, you have to remember that timing market is like impossible, right? So, but better be safe than sorry, you know, as they say. Okay, so we downloaded the thing. Where's the thing? 1 sec. Okay, so this is the data. It looks like an SCV, so we're gonna move it into probably Google Docs. Google Sheets, okay, let's do this. Oh shit, that's not good. Oh my god, that's not good at all, actually. Okay, we downloaded the wrong format, I think, right? Or did we? I think we did, yeah. SCV file. No, seems to be correct. Wait, but why is this 0105? Wait. Oh. Yeah. Everything's correct. Yeah, because it's fifth right now. Well, I'm trolling. Well, it's not fifth. It's the end of the stock market was. Okay, so that's correct. We probably want to go maybe top to bottom. No, actually it's fine, it's fine. We'll just done with this. Oh my god, it's SCV file. We need Excel or something like this. Okay, one sec. Okay, since I don't have a... I need to install Google, well not Google, what is it called there? Microsoft Excel, well, Microsoft Suite. I have like license for it, I just didn't install it yet. Okay, so what do we need? We need, so I basically what I did was I moved the SCV file, which is comma separated values, into Google Docs and then opened it as Google Sheets. Therefore it works as an Excel, because Excel and Google Sheets both can read comma separated values. Alright, so what do we need first? Okay, so we need to understand... Okay, so we need year. Yeah. So we need 2024. So this will be start. Then we need 2023. And we need 2024 start. Then 2022 and... So all of them will be kind of in pairs, right? So we can do like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, 2021, 2020, and then 2019. Okay, so what was the value here? We can have a look. Honestly, I'll probably make a copy so I can look on my other monitor as well. Because you see, you can have, when you have two monitors, you have the same file. One is showing you this one, and the other one is showing you this one, right? So, those values. Okay, so 2024, 1st of January. The price, we're gonna do open value, right? So we're gonna, at start we're gonna probably do open, and here we're gonna do close. So what was the open value? Well, no, we're just gonna do open for both of them. So the open value, actually screw it, we can maybe do price. Nah, let's do open, let's do open. Okay, so open value was this, and here open value was this. Okay, now we need to go to end of 2023. Start of 2023. So the open value was this one here. So 2022. Yeah, so 2022 end was this. So now we need 2022 start. Well, let me lock this thing in 1 sec. Like what I did right now is I just locked the, I froze this. You can do a CVU, freeze one row, and then this will slide with you so you know that you're... I just want to make sure I don't start accidentally putting in the price. I'm looking for open. In fact, we can probably group this thing, to be honest with you. Get it out of the way, yeah. Okay, so we're looking for the start of 2022. Start of 2022, so we're looking for the first of... Yeah, okay, so we are in the first. So the price was this. And then the end was this. So now we're looking at the start of 2021, which should be in here somewhere. Okay. 2022. Like this. Okay, so the start of 2020. Blah, 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 blah. And then the end of... Yeah, you can already see it's the hypothesis is not correct. And then we want the start. Oh shit, we don't have start anymore. Okay, so we need to find the price for... we need to go to here. And we just scroll all the way to the bottom, so in that case Control End will bring you all the way to the down, so you don't have to manually scroll it, you know, like it's tedious. So Control End and it brings you to the down. Okay, so this is the... Yeah, so you see this is American format, so you see 25th is the day and 1st is the month. So in America you have month, day, year. In Europe you have day, month, year, if that makes sense. Basically Americans write like this. We write let's say 1st of January 2023. Americans write like this: January 1st 2023. It's a weird way, I know, but like you can get confused. Just be aware that like, you know, sometimes in America you read data and you're like, what? But that's because they write month first. Honestly, makes no sense to me, but I don't know, just that's the way they do it, but whatever. Okay, so the value was, oh shit. So first one is price and this is open. Okay, so this is the value we're looking for. 150. Okay, so now we need probably end as well, so because we're not really interested in that, because start without end is kind of a waste of time. So again, control home brings you to top. So we're looking for this value here, if it exists actually. Oh, it does exist. Okay. Oh, we're looking for this one. Okay, so now is end value bigger than start? So this pair is true. We probably want to do it like this. Like this. Okay, so here we can see that the end value, we're trying to see, does the end value always, is the end value always bigger than the start, right? So we can say this is bigger than this. So this is true. So we say that this is bigger than this. This is false. So now we need another pair, which is like this. And then like this. Oh my god, I'm trolling. I'm trolling because I'm gonna make an excuse, and that is because when, I don't know, I noticed with the new OBS, when you're recording, your mouse is slightly lagging. It's like when you run virtual software, for example, like this is Windows computer, it's running alongside my Linux. Linux is on a partition. So I split my hard drive into two. One has Linux on it, one has Windows on it, right? I tried to run Windows inside of my Linux through virtual software, and you get insane lags. It's just, it's not viable, basically. That's why I did it, you know. Is this bigger than this? That's false. You can probably do like this. That's true. That's false. That's true. So you can see, like, we have 50% success rate. So, like I thought, like it's unlikely to happen, right? So, So if somebody tells you in the future, well, we can make the conclusions at this stage, you know. It's a tiny research, but I mean, I wasn't very confident that it would work out, you know. So that's primary. 50% chance it is correct. So basically it's false. I can just conclude that this is false. Okay, let's do secondary research. Let's just Google some stuff, right? Is stock market value at the start of the year always smaller than end of the year, end of the previous year? But I doubt anybody done this analysis. Yeah, so you see they're saying in here, they're saying slightly opposite. The January effect is that statistically speaking, on January stock rise in the first, so in January, on average, that month is usually a month where everything rises, right? Which is probably contradicts what we're trying to prove, because if I were to try to minimize, if I were to try to manipulate the market, where I want to show an investor the highest growth throughout the year. So in January I want the stock to be the lowest, and on December 31st I want the stock to be the highest. It would make no sense to me to have a good month in January, because I want that good month to be in December. So we can say that this kind of contradicts what we're trying to prove, that there is a conspiracy basically. So I can put it in here, you know. Secondary January effect generally rises the stock. Okay. Actually, we can check it on ETF database as well, right? We can do it in here. ETFDB, I think we can do it in here. No, just ETF would be better. Just ETF for this would be better, because they have a... So we're looking for, maybe, let's look at... well, let's look at Vanguard All World. This will give us... Okay, so we need a... They have this very nice... Something like this, yeah. So this will be December. So here December is plus, and January is minus. Okay, so that's true. That's one true. Hold on a sec, let me just write it down here. Okay, so all world, but we're gonna get the same result in here, probably. Now we're looking at the month. Now you're probably gonna get confused, Jesus. Okay, so what we're looking at now is that, okay, if I were to manipulate the market, I would want December to have the highest yield, to have the stock at December to be at the highest, and January to be at the lowest, because that will artificially inflate, right? So in the beginning we were doing first of the year, and then on the 31st, which is the end of the year, but now we're looking at the whole month, right? So, but I doubt it's gonna work. Okay, so is this higher than this? Well, we can't really take this year because this month has not yet finished, right? So we have to start like this, okay? So basically January has to be red and December has to be green on average, right? So in here we have December. Oh, wait. We're looking. We need to look like this. Okay, so January is green and December. So January has to be green and December has to be red, right? Wait, no, it's reversed. Shit, my apologies. So December has to be green and January has to be red. So we have reverse in here. So we have, yeah. So we have December is red. So 2023. Well, let me write it down. Okay. So by month, we're analyzing by month now. So 2023 Jan needs to be, so for this theory to be true, this is how it should look like. January should be red and 2022 December should be green. We'll do 5 because I don't think it's going to work, but I'll just do it. Okay. So we need 2022 January to be red and 2021 December to be green. And then 2021 January to be red, 2020 December to be green. Then we want 2019. Shit, wait. January to be red. And then 2018 December to be green. And then we need 2018 January to be red, and then 2017 December to be green. Okay, so let's look at 2023 January. Is it red? So this is false. And then December has to be green. Okay, so this is reverse. So this pair is false. 2022 January has to be red, true, and this has to be green, 2021. Okay, so this pair is true because January is red, which is true, and December is green, which is true. Okay, so for this pair we'll have it true, whereas in the other one we had false and December was red, which was false. So for the first pair we had false. Okay, 2021 January. 2021 January is green, but we need it to be red, so this is false. And then we need December 2020 to be green, which is true. So for this is false, because we need January to be red, but it's actually green. So that is false. Okay, 2019 January has to be red and it's green, so this is false. And then 2018 December has to be green and it's red, it's false. Okay, so again it's false. Okay, so final one is 2018 January has to be red, but it's actually green, so this is false. In 2017 December it has to be red, which is true, but we want January to be red, which is false. Okay, so false. So we basically, there's 20% probability this is confusing, I know, but like basically I'll just rewrite it. Okay, so we expect, this is expected, this is actual. So we expected here January to be red, but it's actually green. We expected December to be green, but it's actually red. So this here is false. this tells us that our hypothesis is false in this block, right? So here we expected January to be red, and it was in fact red. We expected, and it was in fact green. So this hypothesis here is correct. Let me just do this way. Okay, so here we expected this to be red, but it was green. So that's false. That's why it's false, right? And then this green, and it was actually green. But because we wanted this to be red, that means for this pair, it's false. Because there is no market manipulation happening, right? I'm just saying that, you know, if the wealthy were just conspiring against us and there was no regulation and wealthy could do whatever the hell they want, that's the way they would manipulate the market. But that's not, it doesn't seem to be the case. So we expected red, but it was green. We expected this to be green, but it was red. So for this pair, it's completely false. Here we expected this to be red, but it was actually green. We expected this to be green, but it was actually green. So this is true, right? But we need this to be red for hypothesis to work. That means it's false. So only one meets our criteria. The rest of the time it does not. That means our assumption is false. Alright, so we can say that, okay, month by month is also false. So conclusion is you cannot day trade and make money by selling at the end of the year and buying at the start of the year. Because the reason why I want to test, I think somebody told me they do that. It's like, oh, before Christmas, it's like it's always doing that, and after Christmas, and I've done that analysis. I think I've done it like 8 or 9 years ago, I think. And I was like, what? And that guy was selling courses on that, and people were sitting there and buying courses, even though it's so easy to test his hypothesis by simply going either here or you can go here, which is where is it? Yeah, look, all the data is here. You can literally pinpoint what he's saying to whether it's true or not. But of course, people don't check jack shit, so they ended up buying a course that is fundamentally easily like how much? It's 27 minutes. I just spent 27 minutes to test it, right? And it's false, right? It's just false. I know. It's boring. It's boring because your brain, I'm talking about the dopamine part of your brain, is so jacked up with caffeine, sugar, freaking porn, YouTube shorts, some junk content that, like, I had a lot of fun doing this. Like, for me, this is interesting because we actually made some kind of, we actually learned something, do you know what I mean? As opposed to watching some dude ravage some kind of teenage girl while some disgusting music is playing, and while you are jacked up on caffeine, do you know what I mean? It's like, of course this shit is gonna be boring. If you spend your whole day doing this type of shit, I'm talking about like playing League of Legends, then you watch like adult movies and then hentai and all that bullshit, like, yeah. It's like eating crisps with, what do you call it, Monster energy drinks and all those giga over-flavored drinks. Then you're not gonna enjoy tea and oatmeal and rice, and I'd say even beef mince is not gonna be nice for you, you know? Oh man, minced beef is very, very nice. Okay, so we have a conclusion, right? A recommendation. Well, conclusion already has recommendation, but I mean, recommendation would say, okay, if someone is claiming that it's true, ask them to produce evidence. But if you do that on YouTube, you're just gonna get blocked. Anyway, so the answer in here is no. That is false. You cannot make money this way. I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna put conclusion. I just like to say no, not gonna work. Because that would be awesome, right? Because all you have to do is just go to the bank, borrow money. Well, if that was true, then we had to analyze what's the rise. And if, let's say, I don't know, if there's like a 10% rise, you could just go to the bank, borrow money, buy shitloads of stock, wait for 1 year, sell it at the end, and then buy it back in January because it's the lowest, and then rinse and repeat until you become a giga quadrillionaire. But then everybody would know that, right? Everybody would have figured. But if it was this simple, the quantum, they're called quants. I'll show you what. 1 second. Yeah, so these guys, they're called quantitative analysts. That's kind of what they're doing. They're trying to figure out if there is an exploitable mathematical model in the market that can be applied to create financial gain. Shit, I probably confused you, I'm sorry. So what they do is they analyze market data, like this one. Well, not like this one, probably like this one. Where is the investing.com? Did I close it? Well, the data like this, basically. Oh shit. 1 sec. No, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. How do I get rid of this thing? Yeah, oh, okay. So you see, this is like a data set of stock values over a specific period of time, and they try to design mathematical models that can make money, basically. That's about it. You see, they're trying to do kind of what I did, but more of a complex, and they're like bazillion times more sophisticated and smarter in this field of trying to spot the trends where they can make money. So we can say that, okay, we haven't found anything in here. If we were quant analysts, we would say, okay, this model is not going to work. Okay, take care. Bye bye.